Muy bien, pues para toda la banda de 89.7 FM, estoy encantado de la vida de poderme conectar con The Driver Era, que están aparte haciendo como un sound check y demás. Guys, how are you? Let me know, where are you? What are you doing?
We're in Long Island, New York, about to do a sound check.
That's great. That's great. We were listening that you are planning to come to Mexico in the next days. So that's pretty exciting having the new music, and it's great. Tell me how it is it for you?
Uh, Honestly, the last few days have been really fun. Spent some time in New York City, and we're stoked to come to Mexico. We always have a blast when we go there, so we're stoked.
Definitely. We were listening to this the new single Get Off My Phone. We've been playing it for over a couple of days in the radio station, and it has it has had a great response.
Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that.
We were
That's
the
super
first
cool.
time.
Thanks for playing it.
Yeah, and we were listening because I think the time that we lost our head with your music was with the song of Malibu. We liked that one so much also, and
Oh,
knowing that you're gonna bring the new music here, it's gonna be great.
heck yeah, dude. Honestly, the new songs have been reacting really well for us, especially live. Like Get Off My Phone live is like super fun. When we were in South America, like we had like mosh pits going on in the crowds. It was so fun.
I'm sure.
So everyone's been loving the new songs, and it's been great, honestly. And thanks for playing them.
No, it's our pleasure. Tell me about, because we like so much like the music of you, and going through different places and meeting all new artists, especially in festivals. I suppose that it has an effect on the way you have evolved on creating your music.
Uh, yeah, honestly, when we do go to festivals, we like to experience them. So we like to run around and especially if we're playing earlier in the day, which Lollapalooza, we were closing the fucking show, so that didn't happen as much. But like when we played in Europe, we were playing a little more like 4 or 5 p.m. So we would run around the festival after that as best we could and peep artists and just kind of vibe out.
We kind of like being underdogs in a
Right.
way. It's like it's kind of fun.
Definitely, definitely. And now that the concerts that you're the gigs that you're playing, it's only you. So this is kind of like a different vibe, right? Than going on festivals, because where there's loads of people that doesn't know you and that they're barely discovering you. Where these concerts are for the people, for the real fans. So that must be another different way of playing, also, I suppose.
100%. And we're athletes at the end of the day. Like we grew up playing like a lot of sports and hockey and stuff. So there's something about like having to win that really spikes our interest. So when we're playing festivals and there's obviously people in the crowd that like don't give two shits, it's fun for us to win them over.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch them become a fan, like before our eyes. That's a really rewarding way to play a show.
Got you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Turn them into believers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it. The first song they're like this, and then eventually they're like,
Uh-huh.
One by one.
yeah, it's kind of sick.
Now that you tell me that you're athletes, you were doing a lot of sports. Tell me how demanding it's a concert. I mean, because we've heard that for F1 pilots, they lose like I don't know how many pounds. But how physically demanding it's a concert for you.
Ross probably has definitely the most physically demanding because he's you're singing a whole set. I'll sing like a couple songs sometimes. So him and probably
Yeah, man.
drumming is probably next up. And Riker likes to do fucking backflip. So
The best show is when you come off stage and you're soaked.
yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I love
Um, you know, like that. And I think that's why I like playing smaller venues. You know, sometimes like you play these bigger venues and there's air conditioning and it sucks.
Yeah.
But like when you're in like a small, like dingy club and everyone's hot
Yeah.
and sweaty, there's just this like,
Yeah.
it's palpable. Like everybody's in this like this mood and you're all in it together. And it's like passionate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when we're and when you're in a concert, and sometimes this happens, that I like it very much, that it doesn't matter sometimes whether you understand the lyrics or you don't, because I think that's the beauty sometimes, that you just can feel the vibes, you just
Yeah.
can feel the energy, and sometimes you get drove like that, you go along with it, and I think that's an amazing experience.
That actually happened to both of us with a couple different bands at these festivals, where you kind of knew of them and you knew one song, and then after you watch their set, you're like, oh, I fuck with these guys now. And it was Queens of the Stone Age. We were like, oh fuck yeah. And then
So good.
Rufus the Soul. We saw them a bunch, and it was just like, damn, this guy's set is nice.
Like even freaking bro, who sings Hero? Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl even says, he's like, honestly, Queens of the Stone Age is the most badass rock and roll band around today. For sure.
Pretty fire.
They're so cool.
Do you remember when you started on music, or before starting? When was the first time you thought you would like to be? I mean, I know you've been around music your whole life, and that you've always been driven to it. But when was like the time that you said, "I want to be there"? And now that you are on stage playing, how do you feel that both sides?
You know, I feel like we've had like a, you know, a lot of people like dream of like winning a Grammy, or a lot of people dream of like playing Madison Square Garden, or like, I don't feel like our dreams have been oriented in that way. For us, it's been more about like, let's make something. You know, let's and really the start of the Driver era. The Driver era was about the passion that Rocky and I shared in the studio. That's why the Driver era exists. It's because we fucking fell in love with making beats.
And I think that's great, because it's also the way of touching people's lives. You know, I mean, I sometimes I hear people telling me like, "Oh, this band changed my life. This band helped me when I was going through this, or when I'm happy with some friends, I like to hear this." So I think that also on the music, when it touches people's lives, I know that you're doing your work right. You know, you're doing something good.
Yeah, man, because there's those artists that do that for me. Like there's been moments in my life where like music is the only thing that's really getting me through. And like happy moments, sad moments, what have you. Like there's some songs that I will like, I want to be sent it to my grave with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
they're like my songs.
Iris.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that chorus.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, guys, you're gonna be at Brazil. You're gonna be at your margin. Oh, you were. Sorry, you were at Brazil. You were at Chile. You were at Argentina. How do you like the Latin crew, the Latin fans?
Oh, we get along swimmingly.
Yeah.
Because our like Rocky was saying, like our shows are very like, we like the passion. We like when people are present with us and sharing in our energy, and we like to rumble the room. Yeah. So it's, you know, the Latin culture and the Driver era get along swimmingly.
It's definitely one of our favorite like places to play, for sure.
And of course, you're gonna be in Mexico. Do you have a favorite Mexican place?
Freaking, where do we go on New Year's?
Cabo.
Cabo was pretty sick. Last time we were in Mexico City, we had a really good time. We played a festival there. That was super fun. We kind of always
I've had
have a good time.
Crazy times in Mexico City.
It's great. We are gonna have a good time here. We're gonna have a blast waiting for you guys, listening to the new singles. But we hope to see you here soon. And thank you very much for taking us through this sound check that you're doing, and for having this time
Yep.
to talk to you.
Yo, peace out. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks so much, man.
It's the setup.
All right. Take care.
Yo, see you.
All right. Bye bye.